Hey, what's up guys? Tyler here with Secureteam. We have a lot of interesting things to go through today in this video. And just a side note here, I am seriously considering changing the name of this channel to Insomnia Team. Because it is true that most of the videos I post, I'll put up at 3 and 4 in the morning, my time. And I can't help it. I'm just a night owl. I like to do my work at night. It's one of the few times during the day, especially when you have a family, that you can have peace and quiet. And I don't know, my brain just clicks on as soon as that sun goes down and I'm up at night. I'm up during the day. I just never stop. I'm like a machine. So you never know. You may be hearing, hey guys, Tyler here with Insomnia Team very soon. I don't know, but I kind of like Secureteam, so maybe we'll stick with that just for a little bit longer. But today, as I said, I have a lot of cool stuff to share with you guys, and I'm going to have 2 separate videos, one after the other. This one you're watching now, and another one that I will have up shortly after this one, talking about a much more serious matter, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. But there have been a lot of things happening, a lot of clips, UFO footage coming into me, and I want to share some of that with you guys. The past couple of videos, we've been talking about other topics, not necessarily UFO sightings, which at the core of this channel is what we're all about. We love getting these sighting videos in, and there's been a lot of interesting sightings lately, both on the planet and off. So we'll start out with this new piece of footage that you just saw, and it is a little shaky. Well, hell, it's really shaky. But nonetheless, it does capture something very strange. Now, this was sent to me and was originally recorded along the west coast of Ayrshire in Scotland. And it was captured by a 13-year-old boy last Sunday. So it is shaky, but we can give the kid a break. You know how kids are. But he captured something very strange here. You're seeing a still image of that now, of something that seems to be very large sitting in the skies over this housing complex. And the Scottish News actually did a story on this. So the story stated that a man by the name of Jamie Cooper, who was the father of the boy who captured the footage, saw this strange object hanging over Air Harbor for around 15 minutes at around 5:30 p.m. on Sunday. Now, the news stated that this black entity, as they called it, resembles a, quote, Chinook helicopter, which they are stating could be clearly seen hovering in the distance. Now, this is obviously not a Chinook helicopter. This right here, what you're seeing here, this is a Chinook. All right, this is a Chinook helicopter, and I don't know what the editor of this Scottish newspaper is talking about. I honestly don't. Do you guys see any sort of resemblance between this actual Chinook here and this object that was captured over Air Harbor? This looks nothing like a Chinook helicopter, and furthermore, unless there's something wrong with my hearing, I didn't spot a single sound that would indicate a helicopter hovering that close to this 13-year-old, especially a sound coming from something as loud as a Chinook. And his father basically said that he had never seen anything like it before. So, again, you're seeing the footage, you're seeing the still images of this thing zoomed in up close, and yeah, I'm on the fence about this one. I have no idea what this thing is. It definitely takes on some strange characteristics. In my opinion, definitely not a helicopter. Now, here is an interesting piece of footage emailed to me by a source located at the time of the filming at Goodmays Park in London at about 7 p.m. Source stated that he was taking photos with his Sony Cybershot 30x zoom camera, taking pictures of planes and stuff like that, when he saw this strange UFO appear all of a sudden in the sky. And he said he zoomed in as far as he could, and he stated in his email, in his opinion, that this was not, I repeat, not a balloon or a plane. He said that it moved very slowly and pretty quickly disappeared shortly after the video was taken. Once it had left his sight, he couldn't zoom in on it with the camera, but he did say that it disappeared. And as you're seeing in the video here, this thing has a pretty strange shape to be a balloon, I would think. Definitely not a plane. A drone? I don't think so. But yeah, what do you guys think? A lot of things happening over the UK lately, and really all over the world, for that matter. It's just that at this point, our biggest fan base comes from, obviously, America, the UK, Australia, Germany, and Canada. And we also have fans in the Middle East, in China, a lot of the European countries, but we are expanding, and we have been getting in more and more UFO sightings from European countries who are discovering our channel, which, by the way, is on the verge of hitting 500,000 subscribers. So kudos and congratulations, not just to me, but to all of you guys who helped make this channel what it is. It's a wonderful time. I remember how excited I was just to hit 100,000 subscribers. I think it was a year or two ago, maybe 2 years ago, we hit 100,000, and what a great day that was. And it's just amazing. We'll be at 1 million plus in no time. So I'm really honored. Now, on to another very strange and mysterious sighting, this time captured next to our sun. As you're seeing in the image here, and this was actually discovered by the UFO, well, it's UFOvni 2012 YouTube channel, who is another research channel, and as we featured on our channel numerous times, capturing these UFOs and the SOHO imagery, these objects next to our sun, we have a new discovery of what looks like some sort of craft which is about the size of our moon. That's how big this object is, and you're seeing sort of a zoomed out version here. And this moon-sized UFO almost looks like it's exiting our sun, or at least exiting the area around our sun. And this was taken from the Helio viewer, and the date was July 18th, 2016, for any of you guys who want to go and look it up. But as we're showing you this zoomed in shot here, you can see the Earth scale emblem next to it to give you a relative scale as to how big this thing is. Again, it's about the size of our moon, and it's massive. And you can see that this thing is leaving a trail behind it, almost like a jet or plasma discharge. And as we zoom in even further, you can see the very strange characteristics of this object, and some have said what almost looks like a yellow engine plume, if you will. If you look at the bottom of this object, you see this sort of circular yellow blip of color, quite possibly an exhaust of something. And honestly, these things exist. We've seen them around the sun, so don't sell yourself short and dismiss this as something natural, because we have shown you the images in the past of these craft. Some of those you're seeing here around the sun. They come in all different shapes and sizes, and a lot of them will leave these plumes or jets in their wake. A lot of them seem to be using propulsion systems of some sort, if that's indeed what they are. But on the other hand, these jets could be coming from the front of these vehicles. These could be something completely different. Their technology is so far ahead of ours, I'm not going to speculate, but we've seen them around the sun. You're seeing them here. Some of these things are massive. Some of them are several times the size of our own planet. We have seen them sucking energy or plasma from the sun. We've shown you the videos captured on the SOHO of these large circular objects that seem to appear out of space. They fly up to the sun, they begin sucking plasma bands from the sun before detaching. And you're seeing some images of these large circular objects that have appeared. And sometimes they will approach the sun, and other times you'll just see them lingering in the distance or in the background, as you're seeing here. And so we go back to this new finding, and I'll leave it up to you guys You can see how big this thing is, and you can see the scale of it next to the sun, and it does look to be an object of some sort jetting up and away from the sun. So very, very interesting. And speaking of the sun, we have another new piece of footage that was sent to me by a Mr. John Zazzarino, who is a member of a photography forum, who directed me to a video that was captured by one of the members of this forum, an amateur astronomer who caught a very strange object flying across the surface of the sun during one of his videos, and I will post the link to this down in the video description, but go ahead and check this out. So as you just saw, not only do we have these new images of this structure flying up and away from the sun, we have the past images, but now we have this new video of something traversing the surface of the sun. You can see this beautiful shot of the sun. You can see the sunspots that are on the sun, but we have this dark circular object, beautifully shot, flying at what would have to be an extremely high rate of speed over the sun before finally flying out of frame. And we'll give you some close-up views here, and it's just some beautiful footage. Now, I don't think that this is anything in our atmosphere. I mean, it doesn't look like a bird, especially due to the fact that he's zoomed in so close to the sun. If a bird or anything like that were to fly by, you likely wouldn't even see it. And if you did, it would just be a split-second blur passing over. So what we are seeing here is definitely something out in space. Now, it doesn't look like the ISS. It could be a satellite, but again, this thing is although it's dark due to the sun being behind it, it does seem very sharp. So in my opinion, this thing, whatever it is, it's much closer to the sun than it is to our planet. So again, a great find. I will post a link to the video down in the video description. Head over and give him a special thanks on your way out. The YouTube channel name, by the way, is Michael Johnson. So thanks again to Michael. Keep up the good work and keep making these videos. You never know what you'll catch next. Now here are a few very strange images captured in the Gold Coast region of Australia. The source, Chelsea Holt, who emailed me and said that she was driving down the road and spotted this very strange circular cloud, which obviously sparked her curiosity, as she said, and she whipped out her camera. Of course, she was driving, so she really couldn't take a video. She just started snapping a couple pictures, and she said that with her naked eye, as she was looking at this cloud, she began seeing what amounted to at least, she said, at least 4 circular-shaped crafts or objects that suddenly began exiting the side of this odd circular-shaped cloud. And she said that they weren't planes or anything like that due to the fact that they were so close together. She said it was hard for her to get a great photo because these things were extremely far away, but she was able to snap one picture showing one of the objects, and she circled it for me when she sent me the email, and you can actually see here one of these objects that was exiting the side, again, of this very strange circular cloud. And if you'll notice, one side of the cloud has almost a razor sharp edge to it, whereas the right side of the cloud is kind of drifting in the wind. And now we have these objects that were sighted. Again, she said there was 4 of them at least that she could spot moving out of this thing. So again, big thanks to Chelsea from Australia. And next time, be sure to pull over and get some video, because you never know, again, what you'll catch. Now, lastly, I want to show you a couple clips that were emailed to me by a viewer in North Las Vegas who sent me 2 videos, the first of which you're seeing here, and he said that he actually took both of these videos a year apart. So he took one video, which you're seeing here, and then another video I'm going to show you in a second, featuring what he believes is possibly the same object. So as you're seeing here, he recorded this very strange orb, or light, in the sky, which was actually towards Nellis Air Force Base. And he said that he first saw the object extremely high in the sky. He said it actually came from the sky and began flying due east toward him and his friend before finally and slowly making its way to the surface and disappearing behind the trees. Now, this second video, which in my opinion definitely shows something strange possibly being tested out there, of what he described as a silent triangular craft flying over the Highway 58 at about 3:40 a.m. on June 23rd of this year. Once again, somewhat near the Edwards Air Force Base. And as you'll see here in this video, you'll see a light appear off to the right in the sky. That is the object in question. And you'll notice that suddenly this object picks up a lot of speed really quickly before disappearing out of sight. So again, as you just saw, the source stated that it was a triangular-shaped object to his naked eye. And he said that he estimated the craft was probably about 300 feet or so above the ground, with no noise whatsoever emanating from it. And if you didn't catch it, you'll notice about halfway through this clip that this object makes a very sudden increase in speed before jetting off to the left and is lost from view of the camera. And this thing, man, this thing picks up some speed. And when it comes to these Air Force bases, including Nellis Air Force Base, we've seen a lot of strange and mysterious testing and just activity in general happening. Nellis is no stranger to such occurrences, and I can't tell you how many emails I've gotten from people just telling me their stories about things that have happened near this particular Air Force base and what they've seen. It would completely blow your mind. As a matter of fact, I'll probably do a video on it, just featuring some of these testimonies. Maybe I'll try to get people on and do some interviews. That's one thing I haven't done in a while, and I really haven't done ever, is really sit down and record some interviews with people. So if you guys would like to see some more of that, let me know. But again, big thanks to Kelly in Las Vegas for sending me these videos. Let me know what you guys think. So again, a lot of strange things happening. We've gone through some different things in this video, things happening here on Earth, strange things in the sky, things that are definitely not helicopters, as you saw in the first clip, things around the sun. And I've probably got a backlog of about 4 or 5 pages worth of emails in our Secureteam inbox that I still have to go through. We'll no doubt have some more amazing footage to show you guys. If you've emailed me, please be patient. I will get back to you. I'm only one person, and it does take some time to get through the hundreds of emails that I'm getting each and every day. So again, thanks for watching. Be sure to stay tuned because we have a very serious matter that we're going to be discussing in our next video. There's some things happening around the world, specifically in terms of this topic and UFO research, and it's very, very serious. So stick around for that. Share, like, and subscribe on your way out, and we'll see you back soon with much, much more. Stay safe, guys.